Basically, there are three angles from which I think it's important to address our issues and our transformation. And the first one is that we can, for example, if we start using cognitive work, so exploring our minds, our mental structures, our belief systems, our attitudes, we can make some modifications, but these modifications pretty much are limited to the outer self, because the source of most of our issues and blockages is in the subconscious and in the emotions in the body. So there's like muscular memory and cellular memory that hold some of the traumas and dramas and inner tensions that we have. And so I like to work using a cognitive approach sometimes for certain types of issues, but also the body-mind approach helps to go in and bring out the deep emotions that might be under pressure under the surface. And so what happens is that clears the way for us to make the outer changes, but that we're in harmony still with our inner self. So we're not just putting white paint on a wall that is full of holes or falling down. And so that's the first two approaches that I like to address. So one is emptying the contents that's under pressure, taking out the stuff that didn't get said, crying out the emotions, or releasing the deep-seated tensions that are going on inside of us. And then addressing the mental structure, the belief systems, so that we can actually start to make concrete changes in our lives. And then what I find is when we start to feel better and we've released some of the core stuff and the belief systems that are causing our suffering and self-sabotage, is that mindfulness comes in handy, because we start to learn to be aware and to watch ourselves in the present moment, and to bring our awareness to the present, so that we start to become masters of our own body, mind, and emotions, or thoughts, words, and behaviors. Self-improvement or psychological well-being is something that we can take very deeply. We can make a deep commitment to it. So if we do it once a week, it's one thing. But to make a deeper commitment, I sometimes like to give work for people to do at home, and that can vary from anything from journaling, so writing down your self-observation so that we build our self-awareness. Sometimes I like to give little visualizations to help strengthen our concentration, or help us to feel grounded or settled, or address certain psychological weaknesses or areas of suffering. And for example, other times, it just depends. I'll make up exercises, I'll give things to do. So it helps build the strength of our commitment, and it also gives us a proactivity in the face of our own development, that we're an actor, and it's not just coming to see somebody once a week and having them hold the space, that we start to become our own therapist.